The sheriff who hunted his own son. The sun rose over the desert, painting the canyons blood red as Sheriff Jed Granger tightened the saddle straps on his horse. Today, he wasn't chasing outlaws. Today, he was hunting his only son. Elias Granger, 22, wild-eyed, and wanted for murder. The wanted posters didn't show the boy who once rode stick horses through the prairie grass. They showed a killer with a $1,000 bounty and eyes that had forgotten love. Jed signed that poster himself, the ink shaking on his badge-worn hand. No sheriff should ever have to hunt his own blood. But out here, justice doesn't care who you love. He remembered Elias as a boy barefoot in the fields, slingshot on his belt, heart too big for this cruel land. They used to sit by the fire and talk about the stars and the coming railroad. Elias had big dreams. But dreams don't last in the West, not when the whiskey's cheap and the devil wears spurs. Folks in town whispered that Elias robbed a bank in Broadwater, that he shot Marshall Briggs in cold blood. Jed didn't want to believe it until he saw the blood-stained hat his son once wore. That's when something inside Jed broke. He stopped being a father and became the law again. He rode into Dead Man's Ridge with a rifle on his back and memories heavier than iron. He remembered Elias laughing by the river, chasing fireflies barefoot. Now that boy was armed, dangerous, and riding with men who'd slit a throat for whiskey. At high noon, Jed found them camped near the edge of Black Canyon. Elias stood tall, eyes burning with betrayal. "You came to kill me?" he asked. Jed dismounted slowly. "I came to bury what's left of you. You always loved that badge more than me," Elias spat. Yet's voice cracked but stayed steady. "I loved you enough to carry it straight." The wind howled between them like a ghost too stubborn to pass on. Guns were drawn. A hawk screamed overhead. Then a shot rang out, just one. Dust settled. Silence fell. Only one horse rode back to town, with a saddle empty and a badge tucked in the saddlebag beside a folded wanted poster. The townsfolk asked what happened out there, but Jed never said a word. He left the badge on the sheriff's desk and rode on into a horizon that had nothing left for him. Somewhere out in that dust was a grave marked only by a father's tears. Now folks say if you ride through Black Canyon at dusk, you can hear two voices arguing in the wind, full of rage, the other full of sorrow.